Good. How are you? Good? Yeah. Good.
Oh, you crack me up, you do.
Ramsey Golden, isn't it?
Oh, I could love that thing the other day with, what's his name?
Who?
Oh, when you caught him out, you bloody had him in a pin. But why you wouldn't have Piers? Why you wouldn't let Piers speak?
Oh, Alan Miller.
Yeah, that's it. I can't stand him. Can't stand the man, like. I don't know what it is.
He's showing his colours, mate.
I don't know what. I never liked him from the start, and I don't know what it's being shown. You know, me and you got the same radar, I reckon. Because first time I looked at him, I thought, don't like him.
Yeah.
And I'm not usually like that about everybody. It's just, but he recorded it. He said the Russian bloggers are blogging it.
Oh crap! I've missed it.
But there he is.
I was fucking late because of the fucking.
I
didn't realise I had to fucking change in again at Baker's. You've got to sort of go back on yourself to get into 9 Elms.
Oh, babe.
Fuck.
Man, you've done some good recording this last few days. Been watching.
Yeah. Alright. Fucking hell, guys. I missed the fucking thing. You alright, man? How you doing, man? I'm fucking late. Missed the whole fucking thing. What the fuck?
Hey!
Yeah. How you doing? You alright, Nardis?
I'm the same as you. I missed the whole thing.
No. I'd go back on myself and fucking.
I was like, let's be on the flag. Where's Beryl?
Where did you come
together?
From?
Where did you come from? Travel from to get here today?
I fucking love that.
Oh, just Richmond.
Okay, I came from Shepherd's Bush, and it was an utter nightmare.
Yeah.
Eight stops past.
Don't
do anything about
us, James. What happened? What have I missed?
Nothing much. As you can see, there's hundreds here. We held a banner, held up our sign, and David gave a speech. And now we're going to head down to Extinction Rebellion, and we've got a few other things to do as well. So.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Well, at least there's something going on.
Yeah.
Can't believe that, man.
I'm going down to the Department of Education later as well, doing a banner drop outside there.
Yeah.
Students Against Tyranny banner. So.
Cool. Where's that going to be?
Department of Education.
Department of Education.
Yeah, we'll get a quick photo op,
All right, David. How you doing?
Good.
8 stops past, she went.
What's happening?
Look, and this time, I'm doomed. It's you put the mockers on my travel, you do it. It's only when I come to see you, it happens.
This is David, the board groupie.
David, you want to say about the speech? What do you want to say?
Say a few words.
Go on, then. What's going on? Why out?
Sean, what's actually happened?
The ball. We're outside the ball
What's
cube.
actually happened?
Right.
300 people have just downed their tools and they've left. They heard what I had to say.
Oh yeah.
They now realise they work for the devil.
Yeah.
And they've repented and they're coming to join us, Sean.
Okay,
They said they're going to give us their whole salary.
Brilliant.
They're going to come and live with us. I mean, that's how easily it can happen.
Brilliant.
It didn't go exactly like that, but look, we've come here today, we've said our piece, and as I point out, the anti-lockdown protests had a few people at the start. We're now coming out against this war because they want a war with Russia. I mean, did you see the Telegraph headline today? Putin plans to attack the UK. That was their headline. It's just lies, it's garbage. And then they want a war with China. They've gone on from COVID, they're moving to a war. We're saying this is not our war. And we're, again, just like COVID, we're all going to be on the right side of history. We're all calling out the Ukraine scam for what it is.
It takes a few. I mean, it's easy to just go along with the curve, isn't it? It's easy to just go, yes, Slava Ukraine, yeah. We need to help them. We need to give more weapons.
Give them F-16s. They don't know how to fly.
It's easy to say that, isn't it? But it's more difficult. What even Martin Luther King used to say at best: the measure of a man is to sometimes say things that are unpopular. You know.
And the thing is, I even say that with
as long as they're true.
Wider freedom movement, because a lot of people don't like China. They worry we're going to be like China. We're worse than China. We have a social credit score system. Social credit score system. You get kicked off social media. You get blanked. So look, even if China is bad, they're not our enemies. What's someone in China ever done to me? What was, as Muhammad Ali said? What's any Vietnamese ever done to me?
Yeah, I know. And he was a guy who went to prison. Like, I mean, I think even Ron Paul said that the greatest fight that Muhammad Ali fought was that he fought the state, he fought the draft, because he said, no, I'm not going. He went to prison for it and he won his title back after.
When you're here, and maybe you could do a wee panoramic shot. This is 15-minute cities, isn't it?
It is. Everything here, guys, around here.
This is the sort of soulless nature.
This is like the map. This is like the blueprints for 15-minute cities. Everything is just crammed in, like Lego blocks, just crammed in. High-rising towers, everything of steel and glass, and that's it. And they got like some nice, it does have some nice.
But the thing is, it looks nice, but it's not got any soul.
That's right.
There's no joy. Like, does this think, oh, I'm going to raise my family here? I'm going to be happy? No, I'm gonna go to a gym. It's just so. It's not human. It's engineered. It's manufactured.
Yeah.
Like a 15-minute city is actually a naturally occurring phenomenon because a baker will set up, a butcher will set up. But they're pushing you into it.
Yeah, I think you can easily, in my opinion, you can create 15-minute. I can create 15-minute cities right now, right? But more natural ones that I don't need to put up. All I do is remove all of the high taxations, remove all the business rates, remove all the health and safety. And then you'll get, because all of that stuff I've just mentioned, they're the things that kill out the small businesses. The bigger health and safety regulations alone is just insane of what they have. And I can just create one like it used to be back in the day with little taxation, little regulations, all this sort of EU specs and all of that stuff, and just get rid of them, and that will create a 15-minute city, a natural one, one that isn't like got the central plan of a government.
City where a one-bedroom, a studio is 500 grand. I mean, it's insane. Who can afford that? Who can afford an apartment at 500 grand? Who wants to live in an apartment for 500 grand? It's insane. The whole thing's crazy. But you know what? It's going to collapse.
It is,
It's not real. Things that aren't real don't survive.
It's a house of cards, isn't it? Yeah, essentially. What are you going to do now then? I think
we're going to go get a bit of lunch and we're going to probably head up to Parliament, see what's going on with XR. 7 o'clock tonight in the Metropolitan in Baker Street. We'll see everybody there then, okay?
There you go, guys. Thanks very much, David. Cheers, thank you. So, obviously, I've been an absolute plum today, and I've missed. Obviously, some people have got footage anyway, so it's probably on like actual coverage is here, so we probably make a video out of that. Guys, just so you know, people watching. I've got a warning from YouTube. I'm telling you now, YouTube is now becoming censorious with their new policies. Now I don't know whether they got new management or the AI is just catching up. I've got a warning from a video that is almost 2 years old today. Got an email from YouTube saying that they have removed my content from the upload, and it's just a warning for now. But do you see what I mean? So this is going on. So guys, please do. I'm telling you right now, because the hammer is starting to, the vice grip of censorship is starting to fall. It's starting to grow tighter and tighter, and the hammer's starting to fall. Please do join my Odyssey channel. I'll just put the link in there. And because, like I said, like it's starting to come for everyone now. So there we go. Let's speak to let's speak to these chaps over here. Right, Anthony, how you doing? You all right? You good? You good? I'm just live now. What you got a few words to say to the people? Like what about what's going on here?
Right, well, thank you, Sean. A few of us have turned down here at the United States Embassy, and we're making plain our view. I'm sure a number of people in the embassy don't even agree with their government's policy, like we don't agree with our government's policy on the Ukraine and Russia. But unfortunately, the current leadership in the United States is attempting to lead the Western world, particularly the United Kingdom, who seem to be acting like the United States poodles. And we've given nearly 10 billion in weapons and other aid to the Ukraine. But the other problem is all the emphasis on the Ukraine has meant we've had an increase in energy costs, because we don't need to have that. That's been caused by our government policies, and that's cost 170 billion in energy support from the government, which otherwise could have been spent on other things. So there wouldn't have been any need for public sector strikes, because the money would be there to pay them. The money would be there for virtually all the needs we have, yet we're now prioritising this for a country we've got no economic or strategic interest in getting involved. And we know even their people are being cajoled into this war. They shut down the opposition parties, they shut down the opposition media, they've even shut down the Orthodox Church. So they basically turned into a dictatorship, the Zelensky, and it's pretty obvious that there's nothing going to be achieved by them fighting this conflict, because the areas which have become voted to become part of Russia, so it's likely that's actually going to change.
Embassy, and I want to thank David for the initiative here, because The war issue is one of the 6 legs of the World Pyramid, and it's underrepresented in the importance of things. So it's really important. Thank you, David, for organising this few days of events. It's fantastic. The walk-on is used, as Orwell warned us,